Hey everybody, it is Kristine Beyond here. It's been a minute since I've gone live. I hope everybody is doing good. Sending you all so much love, hugs, and kisses. I have a dear friend I'm going to be hanging out with in a little bit. His name is Jeremiah. I met him here on Instagram, and I'm so excited to have him on. He, switched to a plant-based lifestyle, and I just have a couple of questions to ask him. We're just gonna flow with it, talk freely, and he's requesting me here. Here he is. Hold on. Hey, Mallory. So excited to have him on. Oh my gosh. This guy is so smart. I love him. I love him so much. He's so cool. What's up, Cyber Greenhouse? How are you? I accepted your request. I don't think you're hopping on, or maybe it's loading, but why don't you try requesting again, dear? Hello, you guys. Thank you for hopping on. How are you? I have a new podcast out. Check it out. It should be on all platforms. It is on Spotify, although I can't really see it if I just type in my name. So message me and I will send you the link for sure. Oh, there you are.
There it is.
How are you?
Good. How's it going?
It's going, I'm blessed. I'm thankful for my life and just every day, shouting out my gratitude, the things I'm grateful for. What about you? How are you?
That's awesome. Same. Just grinding, trying to evolve as much as possible, so keep it on that path.
So I'm so intrigued by you. You're a high vibrational eater, and you could explain all of that, here on this live. So I want to jump right into it because I know we have things to do, and I want this to be a nice, strong, powerful live where we just go straight to the point. So I want to ask you to please, or not ask you, but please tell me your story, your background, when you decided to go plant-based, why you did, and what it's done for you.
Okay, so I decided to go plant-based about 5 to 6 years ago, and I decided initially just because of for health reasons. But later on, it turned into more of a reason for like the planet as well as for like the animals. And those the two main reasons. But yeah, just vegan for 5 to 6 years now. I honestly forget, but yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
So tell me the difference, the distinction between like a vegan and then a plant-based. And then and then you were talking about alkaline plant-based or alkaline vegan. So tell me your beliefs on all of that, because it's also interesting, because I'm always I'm more plant-based. I'm not that much vegan, because to me it's like vegan is like the vegan pizza, the processed stuff, the vegan sausage. A lot of the vegan food is processed and not that good for you. So then there's the plant-based, which to me, I'm more plant-based. I like my greens, my vegetables, my fruit, my legumes, my everything that comes from earth, from God, from Gaia. Like that's what I say is I'm plant-based. So tell me what you feel about all of that.
All right, bet. So, in my own personal opinion, right? Because I feel like so many people have their own like personal like definitions on like plant-based, vegan, alkaline, and honestly, like the world and like humanity is still waking up to seeing like what is actually food. So it's like hard to say like, oh, well, this almond is alkaline, but it's a wild almond. So it's there's so much to still like there's so much growth to happen, so that way we can actually give like a solid definition on what is like plant-based vegan or alkaline vegan. But I classify myself as someone who is like alkaline, 50% alkaline, 50% regular vegan. And I think, well, being an alkaline vegan is somebody who eats foods that are consisting of, no processed foods, no hybrid foods, as well as yeah, that's just what it is. Every food that you eat has a seed, um, and that's what the alkaline vegan side is, as well as for like being plant-based. Plant-based, as I was just telling you, like it's kind of like this iffy thing that a lot of people are like kind of, confused on. Like people will say, oh, it's, eating just pure like plant-based foods. But also there's this side that, okay, so this burrito is like plant-based, but like it's gonna have some cheese in it, which what I was telling you just recently, where like I bought like a burrito from like Walmart, and it had like cheese in it, like actual cheese. I didn't eat it, but it just had actual cheese, and I was surprised. But and then for just like being regular vegan is just simply anything that's like plant-based, no cheese, no meat, no eggs, and so forth. So that's what being vegan is. But being vegan, you can take in like, let's say, Beyond Meat. You can eat like, hybridized foods. You can eat soy products. You can eat vegan junk food. Which isn't the best for you, but technically it fits into the category of being vegan.
Yeah, thank you for explaining that. And I just want to share like whoever is throwing cheese in a plant-based burrito is wrong, because to me, in my eyes, if it's plant-based, it's plant-based. There's no dairy, there's no eggs, like it's plants, it's plant-based. So they need to add plant-based with cheese,
Right. I need to get more
stuff like that. So two questions. What do you love enjoying? I know you have a lot of pictures of, you and your juices and stuff like that. And also for people who are starting out being vegan, what do you recommend for them as far as eating?
Okay. So 2 questions just to be sure. What do I love? And also, what was the other one?
For people who are starting out as vegans, what do you recommend?
Okay. So what I love, just since I can just get that one off the top, I love the fact that I am contributing to a healthier like society. I love the fact that, being vegan is easy for me to do as of right now, because of just my entire process like has evolved to a point of which I don't even think about like, I don't have those moments where I have like a craving, or I don't have those moments where I'm like, damn, what do I eat? Well, sometimes I'm like, deciding, dang, should I eat this vegan orange chicken, or should I eat this, eat this mammy sapote, So it's that's the only time I'll like try to like decide which one or whatever. But on the topic of, what I would tell other vegans, correct? That was the question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What I would tell other vegans just starting out, is truly to just let your process unfold. You know, you if you everything in life happens gradually. You look at a plant. If you plant a seed right now in the dirt, it's going to take months to a year for that plant to grow. So through everything, like in life, it all happens gradually. So understand that first, right? And you don't have to be perfect, but the goal is to be as best as you can be, right? And with the more knowledge that you consume and the more evolution that go into, you'll learn that like you'll just know what to do and what not to do. But I highly recommend for you to look up this one person. His name is Dr. Sebi. He is, someone who talks a lot about about being alkaline vegan, and he's awesome. He's been my mentor. I look at him as like a mentor for like ever. So he is somebody that can like really educate you on being like alkaline vegan, as well as he's a really great start to seeing what is in your food, and learning to eat foods that are going to be actually fueling to your body. So you've got fuel, and yeah.
And what's his name again?
His name is Dr. Sebi.
S-A?
So yeah, Sebi.
Okay, Dr. Sebi. Thank you. And coming from someone who's been vegan for 6 years, I've been, plant-based for 7 years. So what's your favorite thing that you like to eat or drink, and what do you recommend to people?
So I really, really love to just eat fruit. I really, really love to just eat fruit. Like the 50% of alkaline that I was just telling you about, I really just like, I'll wake up, I'll have my herbs, I'll have like my fruit, and then I'll have like my first meal of the day, like maybe around like 1, 2 o'clock. And then like 5 o'clock is when like I'll have my like last meal. But my favorite fruit, like mamey sapotes, jackfruit, as well as sour sops. Oh my god! I see. I can't even just give you one because they're all like so damn good. Um, and when you have these fruits, you'll know why I just listed all of them back to back. When she's just asking me, like what are my favorite, you know. Um, but yeah, any kind of fruit that's I can't even. Yeah, I would say just those for sure.
How has it impacted you energetically, energy wise? Do you have less energy, more energy? Do you feel like you're more strong when you work vegan? Like, what's the impact it's done for you?
So specifically for my fellas watching this, right? Because I'm a dude. I gotta say this, right? Because this was an experience that was personal to me that I had, that was it just really opened my eyes, right? Um, and you know, okay. So first off, with what you eat directly contributes to how you react, right? It directly contributes to how you're going to be today. Whether or not you want to admit it or not, it just is what it is. Drinking this water right here, or like, having a piece of fruit, or let's say like anything coming into your system, whether that be metaphysically or physically, is going to contribute to your overall frequency and how you vibrate throughout the day and how you respond to certain things. Now, for me specifically, I had practiced uh, I practiced semen retention, which is like also known as NoFap, for a while. I think I did it for like 3 months, right? Um, and it was very, very impactful for me because of the fact that was able to work out like so much. Like I literally was able to do double my normal workout in one day, actually twice in one day. Um, and it just was really amazing. So physically, I felt even stronger. Mentally, I felt so clear that honestly, I was manifesting certain things in my reality like fast. And I'll tell you this story as well right now. Like it was really, really crazy because I was driving and I could have had an accident, but I'm glad it didn't happen. But I literally was saying to myself, um, money flows to me like air to my lungs, right? It's a good affirmation to say. I had said it one day in a car, and literally, I kid you not, literally my auntie calls me. And now this, of course, this is just my auntie, right? But she called. It was just so crazy how it happened in that moment. She calls me. She's like, "Hey Jay, I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you $50, just so randomly." And it just really hit me because I'm like, yo, like not only am I like practicing nofap and doing semen retention, which is making my vibration higher, but also eating the alkaline foods and intermittent fasting is also contributing to my vibration being higher. And therefore anything that I was saying, anything that I wanted to do with my life, anything that I
Wow.
physically wanted to do, manifested like instantly. And I always look back at that situation and say, that's how I'm going to be successful. That's how I'm going to, just approach life in anything that I want to, do in life. So for those men out there, specifically because that's, semen retention, that's just what I've done. I highly recommend doing that. And the healthier you eat, um, it just will overall contribute to your frequency, and you just will start to manifest things at like a super, super fast rate.
Manifestation is so real, especially when you are vibrating your skin, your body, you're feeling good 24/7. I believe it starts from the inside. We have to be taking care of our health, our energy, all of that
Mm-hmm. And you know what?
goes to manifestation. It's all for the manifestation.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll say this too because this is something that like deeply resonates with me, and I feel like it's probably said a different way. There's this quote, and if anybody's watching this right now, comment this below if you know the quote specifically. But I think it says, "In order to change, we have to change ourselves, or be the change you want to see in the world." Right now, if we all look at the world right now, and we look at the world on like a global level, right? Um, there's a lot of stuff happening, right? There's a lot of negative things happen that we can instantly change, um, and you know, it's not just like the way we would approach it with the current information that we have right now wouldn't be the best way to go about it because of the fact that it really do comes down to us having that change within ourselves to be able to change globally because
Mm.
with us just simply having this conversation, you know, talking about, you know, being vegan, you know, just eating a better diet, you feel me? And how it contributes to you manifesting quickly and also operating at a higher frequency is you're going to be inclined to want to see what that's about. You're going to be like, okay, so he's done this or she's done that, you know, and that's good. And this is working out. Oh, I want to try this. That frequency is aligning you, you know, it's drawing you in to operate that frequency, you know? So like literally just that effect right there. So if everybody was to take it into their own hands and simply just be vegan, or just, you know, eat as best as possible, right? With eating plants, um, it just would be this effect. Like you wouldn't, the crime rate would be so low, you know? So many of these like negative things that happen throughout the world and everyday life just would drop so much because of the food that we are eating and how it's contributing to our, you know, our emotions, our energy, you know, throughout the day. So yeah, if you want to change, you got to be the change first.
Can you explain? Thank you for sharing. That was beautiful. Explain about the karma and the energy that's in the food, the animal products, and how it goes back to, you know, their freaking moms and dads and just their downline in the animal industry and all of the, I don't even know how to explain it, but you know what I'm talking about, just
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the pain that they've been through. And for people who are eating meat, who are consuming all of that, they're actually eating all of that energy.
Mhm.
Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, yeah, sure. So the thing that I like looked at was this, um, you know, um, cows. Okay, so the in my opinion, because this is kind of like a very harsh statement for some people, and I can understand why it is. But you know, agriculture, right? You know, the agriculture system with like, you know, pigs being slaughtered, chickens being slaughtered, and so forth, is literally modern day slavery. You know, it is the Holocaust. You know, just we're doing it to them. You know, it just that's just what it like there's a quote that I actually saw recently. I can't remember it as of right now, but if I remember it, then I'll say it. But um, literally, imagine we all demographics of all races of people have been through their own little fair share of, you know, like slavery and, you know, just fucked up, messed up times, you know? So just imagine if it never stopped. You know, just imagine that it was still going on strong today, you know? So if you look at this agriculture system and how like these animals are still to this very day have been like just treated so foul and, you know, slaughtered with no kind of emotion, and a mom cow is literally looking at her calf, her daughter or her son after what, giving birth like 2 weeks ago or whatever it is.
More like two
That
hours ago,
or like, yeah, exactly, you know.
or
So
even
that,
instantly.
but like that trauma is something that's just going to keep going. Like our DNA has memory, right? And you know, as the generations come and go, like that trauma that happened 50 years ago is still within, like, let's say a cow today, you feel me? So as we eat those cows, that's going to reflect in our day-to-day lives. You know, whether or not you want to admit it or not, it just when you like, it just is what it is, you know? Like, as you eat meat, you're going to be like negative. You're going to have very nasty negative lash outs, and you're gonna, it's just not good. But
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, you're eating the energy of their cruelty,
Hmm.
and years and years and years of that,
Yeah.
like nonstop years and years, centuries, forever of that.
And
Um,
it would take,
in their downline, it's years of energy of torture that you're eating from their body, from their sacred, beautiful flesh and body.
hmm, exactly. And you know, it would, like, just think about it like this, right? Imagine if you were a cow, right? Imagine you were a cow, and you live in a system where cows get slaughtered every day. It's hella traumatizing, and you are just a food for, let's say, the other species that's on the planet, right? And this has been going on for, like, let's say, thousands of years, right? um, just think about how long it's going to take for you to heal. Like, just think about how long it's going to take for cows to heal from the trauma that human beings have caused, cows. It's going to take so long that, like, we're going to need to leave them alone for at least like a couple thousand years, because it's just so traumatizing, like, I can go outside and lose my car today and be, or let's say it like this: a human being with a six-figure job can lose their job today, right? And that can be traumatizing, right? Or it can put them in a situation where it kind of like affects them emotionally, and they're kind of like down for the next couple months or whatever, right? And they got to move out their apartment back in with moms or whatever, right? And it can have an effect on them, right? That can be a moment that they remember for some time. But just imagine if you lost your mom, or you lost your kid, or you saw your kid die in front of you, from the person who brought you food and water every day, you know? So it's like, it's crazy. It's real crazy, and
It's
that happens every single day.
like
So,
every second of the day, every
yeah.
second of the day, all around the world. Um, Share with me a little bit about, I think your friend had brought up, well, what about these countries that are poor and these people who can't afford this and that? And I know like a lot of people like to dive deep into like hardcore deep questions to ask like people like us, or people who are so passionate about something. And to me, it's like, at the end of the day, it starts with you first. It starts within. I
Right.
think the more we are playing the role and contributing to this movement, then we can help the rest of the world, because we are all connected, and there
Right.
are children who are dying because they're starving to death. And when we are the ones feeding 99% of all factory farm, it's all 99% of it. We are feeding them tons of water. We are providing so much water. It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing how much water we are wasting, and all the food for these animals, for this industry, while all these kids and humans are dying all around the world in these poor countries. So can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I'll say this right off the top. We all have the decision every day to either contribute to the world's death, or to not contribute to it. And I say that because we go to the grocery store every single day, and we pick our products, we get our whatever, right? Um, so you literally have the option every day to choose if you're going to contribute to the destruction of the world or not. Animal agriculture actually is actually the largest contributor to, forgive me if I'm wrong, uh, carbon footprint, the carbon footprint, even more than, like cars, and even more than everything else that we're doing to the world.
Right.
So, like, literally, if we could just simply, all be like plant-based or vegan, or whichever one you want to call yourself, right? And just simply adopt a eating plants diet, um, we literally would have a huge effect on the world, you know, a huge effect. And back to what you were saying, as far as, you know, how it would be different for people who are in, like, let's say a third world country. I'll say this, because, you know, even though that we're having this conversation and it's great, right? We do have to be realistic, because the world isn't perfect, and we live in America. And, you know, places that are not America, like, let's say a third world country like Mexico, which I've actually been to, and I've had a personal experience with, you know, people who are there. Like, there was a time when I was coming into Mexico, and there was a border, or, you know, I was just entering a city, and, you know, there was kids coming up to the door, like, hey, you know, knocking on the door, like, you got some money, or I need some food, you know, or you want to buy this or buy that, you know. It's a total different mindset, you know. So in America, we are definitely privileged. I will say that, because we live in America, right? We are privileged. But, you know, for those kids who live in, let's say, a third world country, they're not worried about eating plant-based, you know.
Yeah.
And although eating plant-based is definitely good for the world and all of that, you know, it's just not everybody. We got to have the understanding that not everybody can be plant-based, or not everybody can be vegan, and that's okay, you know. I believe, you know, in my own me personally, I believe that there has to be a balance. You know, there has to be a yin and a yang. There has to be, you know, there just has to be, you know. But at the rate that we're at right now, we definitely need to make a huge change for the state of the, you know, of the world. But yeah, just a little disclaimer. Everybody, you know, it's okay that everybody isn't vegan, but when you definitely live in a country like America, where you literally can have the option to contribute to the death of the world or not, why not? You know?
Yeah. And like I said, it starts within. Once we really do the inner work and start shifting that, then we could help those who, like you said, can't eat a vegan lifestyle, plant-based lifestyle, but they need us. You know, they are starving. They are literally. I went to Mexico, and there was a little like 3-year-old like hitting my like ex-boyfriend's like back with like all of these bracelets, trying to sell all these bracelets, a little baby, you know. And I was just like, oh my God, he's so cute and little. And I had to buy stuff from him just to support. And his mom was over there with like a brand new baby and stuff. So it starts with, and we can literally make shit, like things shift in this world the way we can't even imagine. Like, only love, God, you know, the power source knows what we can do. So throughout time, yes, it could happen, because this is the answer, and it starts within. And once we are doing the inner work, we can help hundreds of thousands of millions of people all around the world. It literally starts with you first, though.
Most definitely, you know.
And so I don't know if you've ever heard of One Veg World. I know we'll end soon, because I know you have to get going, but One Veg World is like an amazing restaurant, plant-based, super yummy. There's quite a few of them like in the LA County area, and the owner like is obsessed with Supreme Master Ching Hai. And you guys could follow her her team on Instagram. On Instagram is Supreme Master TV. Supreme Master TV. And the book is called From Crisis to Peace. And she is like my Zen master. She talks about how literally, like, you will have bad karma if you do consume meat, because it is bad energy, what you're eating. And she talks a lot about like what you're saying about just the world. And like, I always like highlight a lot of things. Like right here, I highlighted, we will destroy the world if we do not stop eating and producing meat and other animal products. If everybody stops eating meat right now, within 8 weeks time, the weather will change into a benevolent one. Everything that has been damaged will return to normal in 8 weeks time. Everybody on the planet, if everybody on the planet stopped eating meat and turned into a compassionate heart, then the results will be immediate. So she's talking about like how instantly, if everybody were to go vegan, let's just say everybody in the world, this planet will like completely shift by 50%. It's freaking crazy.
Yeah. And also,
In 8 weeks time. In 8 weeks time. So yeah, if you guys
yeah,
want to purchase this book, it's for free. So if you're in LA area, just go into One Veg World and like get 3 of them. I always get them and I just like give them away to my friends.
nice, nice, nice. I actually have been there before. Um, is it like going into like West Covina?
Yes, there's one right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That, oh my God, that place is really good. I love that place.
I love how we're so local too. I like literally met this amazing guy on Instagram and I was like, I love your content. I love what you do. Like, let's, collaborate. Let me have you on my podcast. We decided to go live. We'll do a podcast soon. And yeah, if there's anything else you want to share before we end this, I would love for you to just say, a couple more things and then we'll end it. Thanks to everyone who's stayed on, who's watching. I can't wait to post this. It's gonna be awesome. Sorry, like I haven't gone live in forever and I'm on like an intense cleanse right now. So I'm super chill and I'm like, I haven't had Shilajit, I haven't had anything. So I'm
That's good.
just in chill mode right now.
That's good. That's good. I'll say this for anybody who's interested in being vegan, or plant based, or alkaline vegan, whichever. I'll say this because this is something I say this with like good intent. Um, do your research. Just do your own personal research. Everything that I learned from like Dr. Sabi, I literally fact checked it on Google. At the time when fact checkers was not like a thing on Instagram and just social media and stuff like that. So I was doing my own research on YouTube as well as on Google, like way back then. So everything that you learn and everything that you hear about being vegan or being plant-based or alkaline or whatever, do your own research because that's how you are going to grow, because once you develop the habit to check for yourself about something, then you will then be better off. And you will also, like, if there is any like encounter where you have to like make the decision to make the best decision, you'll make the best decision because you have a habit of doing your own research, right? So that's what I recommend, as well as to again, don't stress yourself out if you do become vegan or not, or plant-based or vegetarian or whichever. Don't stress yourself out. Take it day by day. You've had over what, 20 years, 15 years, 16 years, however old you are, you've had all of those years of eating meat, right? Or whatever you eat, right? So understand that it's going to be a process. It's going to be a long process. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. It's going to take at least 2 to 3 years, for you to be fully adjusted to this lifestyle as well as diet. So be easy on yourself, take it day by day, and understand that, you just have to let your process unfold, and that, you must do your own research to,
Yeah.
Get to where you want to be.
That's beautiful. Yeah, don't try to be perfect. I mean, I've been vegan for 7 years, and there's even sometimes where I'll, eat a cookie that probably has eggs in it, because I don't, want to be rude to my best friend's mom, or something like that. So there's no perfect way, and do your own research. I totally agree with you. I did my own research, and the next day I was like, I'm not turning back. So just go within. Like, I can only, inspire. You can only say good things, but it's at the end of the day, it's you who's going to be looking into all of this. So see what resonates to you at that time and just keep evolving.
So one last thing, and this is super important. Right now, for those who aren't vegan and are wanting to become vegan, just know that your taste buds are not aligned to, what you want to like start eating, right? So right now your taste buds have like a mind of their own. They're like, oh, okay, I'm used to this, that, and the third. And now you want to do something else? No, I don't like that. Or no, I'm not doing that. So you got to understand that you have to rewire your taste buds to liking things that are actually good for your body. And that's a process that takes actual time. Like, for example, I used to not like tomatoes at all. I literally did not like tomatoes. And now I can just without it being cooked, no seasoning, no anything. So yeah, that's what I gotta say.
Sorry, my alarm went off. So I think now
Okay.
we have a little slow effect here.
Okay.
But yes, 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 taste buds are going to change. Everything's going to change. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Adapt more of that plant-based lifestyle. Thank you so much for being on. It meant the world. And I cannot wait to like keep doing this with you. I know there's so much to do with you, podcasts, all of that. So thank you.
Yep, yep. Looking forward to it. You have a blessed day, okay?
You too. Have fun.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.